It's a little bit of weed.
Body camera footage obtained by The Intercept shows a Staten Island police officer apparently planting marijuana in a car during a traffic stop. The incident comes just a few weeks after a similar one, originally reported by the New York Times, in which the same cop was again caught by his body camera in the apparent act of planting marijuana.
And I guarantee you he didn't only do it twice.
In a car.
Yo, he put something in my car, yo!
Alright, this was in the back seat on the floor. It's a marijuana cigarette. It's lit.
In the more recent incident, two officers pulled over passenger Jason Serrano and a friend for a broken taillight. As the officers approached the car and the driver rolled down the window, the officers claimed the car smelled like weed and ordered both people out of the car.
The car smells like marijuana, so we're going to check it, all right? Okay, and then what? Fix it. There's nothing in the car, you'll be good to go, all right?
Serrano was recovering from abdominal surgery after being stabbed. He lifts his shirt to reveal his wound to one of the officers.
I don't want to see that right now, okay?
I can get out. I can barely move, bro.
Once out of the car, the officers demand to search Serrano's jacket, and he refuses.
Do me a favor, give me the jacket.
There's nothing in my jacket. I'm not getting searched for no reason.
As Serrano grows agitated, the officers become more aggressive.
Come on, relax. Yo,
Relax.
Just had surgery, and you're gonna put this man face down on the ground. He just had surgery for getting stabbed. He showed you the wound, and you.
Relax.
They grab him, push him to the ground, and handcuff him.
Take him down. 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 Relax. Relax.
Serrano remains on the ground, handcuffed and in visible pain for the rest of the traffic stop, until an ambulance arrives to take him to the hospital.
Can someone call an ambulance? Is anybody gonna do that?
Just getting out of the hospital after surgery, face down, originally on the ground, after you just saw the injury that he has. You just finished surgery. Find more ways to tell me you don't give two craps about citizens or people in general. Just find more ways, please, because I think you're running out.
Two officers, Kyle Erickson and Elmer Pastran, begin searching the car and Serrano's jacket. Officer Erickson tells Pastran that they need to find evidence.
Searching the rest of the car.
Yeah, we gotta find something.
Officer Erickson begins searching the car. He searches the passenger side area first. When he finds nothing, he can be heard murmuring an expletive. Erickson returns to Pastran to ask.
Should I search the whole thing? Or what do you
Yeah,
think?
search the whole thing.
He returns to the passenger side and searches through Serrano's jacket, the cup holder, and the center console. As he continues searching the rest of the car, the driver approaches.
I can watch him search my car. Cause like, what is he doing? Like,
Man, stand back.
why? What are you doing?
Erickson looks back at Pastran, visibly agitated.
See nothing.
It's all right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After several minutes searching the car, Erickson again admits that he hasn't found anything.
Nothing?
I don't see anything.
15 seconds later, Erickson returns to the front seat cup holder and sets something down.
It's a little bit of weed.
Nobody would believe these people unless it was caught on video, and once again, it's on video and he's still doing it. What does that say to you? It's on video and he's still doing it. Every single case that man has ever touched, any accident, anything he has ever done that's tied to his name should be triple checked again. Any conviction should be overturned. Everyone.
It's a little bit of weed.
Erickson continues searching through the center console, where he's already looked. A minute or so later, he again sounds agitated.
Fuck! Good?
Erickson shakes his head as he continues fiddling through Serrano's jacket, just out of the camera's view. A couple minutes later, the two officers say they found weed flakes in Serrano's jacket.
Flakes everywhere, though.
Yeah, no, he had weed. You could see his weed here.
At the end of the search, Erickson turns to Pastran.
You good? We're good?
The officers then fist bump each other. The few words exchanged between the two officers during the search are almost identical to those they exchanged during the search just a few weeks earlier.
Yeah. We had a fight. You know what I mean?
On that occasion, too, the search had ended with Erickson asking Pastran.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
An ambulance finally arrives to pick up Serrano. He spends the next 5 days handcuffed in a hospital room, waiting for his abdominal wound to close. Serrano took a plea deal to avoid jail time and didn't learn of this body cam's footage existence until after he pleaded guilty. The video, which didn't emerge for nearly 2 years, underscores the limited information available not just to the public but also defendants, and validates
2 years. I wonder how much damage that man did in 2 years. I wonder how many lives he ruined in 2 years. I wonder how many fathers didn't come home in 2 years. I wonder how many people lost jobs, families, relationships in those 2 years.
criticism by police accountability advocates that body cameras are of little use if the evidence they captured remains inaccessible. The NYPD declined to comment on this incident.
A little bit of weed.
Erickson and Pastran
That's scary.
remain on patrol.
There's nothing to say. The video speaks for itself. I didn't have no marijuana on me. I didn't have no weed. I didn't have no drugs. I wasn't driving. Wasn't my car. The tail light wasn't broke. I had no reason to at all. Besides harassment.
I must say, guys, that one makes me sad. That one really makes me sad because it doesn't sound like there's a happy ending to this. They didn't get what they deserve. There's no justice there. We got a man with a record who took a plea deal to avoid jail time for something they didn't do because chances are they're threatened by another district attorney with even worse charges unless they took a plea deal. And we got two dirty cops still on the road. Yo. You know, I do videos like this to highlight the things that the world doesn't want us to see. And I do videos like this because, let's be honest, I do find them entertaining, but I don't exactly find them entertaining when there isn't a happy ending. You know? And this one is really sad. Guys, I hope there's a follow-up to this, and I will be looking for a follow-up. And if I come across one, I'll be tagging it into this video. In fact, I'm going to look for it right now. Hold on. All right, guys. So it turns out there is actually an update here. So there is an article that I came across here. Let me pull it up. This is by a news agency called The City. Federal prosecutors are investigating the drug planting and allegations involving one current and former NYPD officer, says lawyers for two men who were previously arrested by these cops. All right. The probe by the FBI and the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York first reported by the city comes more than 3 years after the NYPD and Staten Island prosecutors cleared the officers, despite body cam footage appearing to show one of them planting marijuana in two civilians' vehicles. And they cleared them after that. Jason Serrano, one of the two men who accused the NYPD officers of framing him, was approached by FBI agents in September who wanted to talk to him about the arrest. According to the civil attorney Joel, last week Serrano and Weatherner met with federal prosecutors and the FBI agents in the U.S. Attorney's office in downtown Brooklyn. The FBI also sought to interview with another man who had been previously arrested by Erickson and Pastran, according to that man's attorney, who spoke to the city in the conditions of anonymity. Pastran, who is currently listed on the NYPD's website as a community policing officer, in Staten Island's 120th precinct did not respond to requests for comments. Erickson, who left the force last year in the midst of a civilian complaint review board case against him for alleged wow, for alleged retaliatory arrest, did not respond to requests for comments sent to the attorneys who defended him in the previous civil suit. The Staten Island District Attorney Office did not immediately respond to questions about this previous decision to clear the officers. So one officer is no longer there. He went missing, or bowed out during an investigation about him revenge or retaliatory arrest. So basically, he did it as a retaliation against probably somebody saying they're going to report him for doing something as well, right? And then the other one is still there working there, but currently under investigation. How many years later? 3 years later. This came 3 years later. And by the way, guys, this article, this is dated December 13th, 2022. So this is updated information. Oh, man. Like I said, when you think things can get sadder, sometimes it just really does. Guys, thank you for kicking me with another video. At least one of them are off the streets. I wish it was both of them, but I guess we have to settle for one. Maybe in another 3 years, we'll hear more information and get some better news. But until then, guys, again, thank you for kicking with me for another video. I'll see you in the next. Peace.